What's up, guys? I'm Shane, and welcome back to the Relegation League, where we are going to start the offseason today. But first, Roach officially broke the passing touchdown record for a season held by Joe Lacada. Man, he was someone who was in Madden for a couple seasons, and I always kept signing him. I believe on this channel, way back when they did the Buffalo franchise, way back, like that's near the beginning of the channel's history. I believe I always kept signing Joe Lacada, so, or maybe that was the Voyager. It's one of the two. I swear I had him on there all the time. So, sorry for breaking your record, bud. All right, so Washington wins the national championship. We finish up number 2 in the country. We do not have a claim for the national title then. I feel like we should have been in there, but you know what? It's okay. We finish ahead of Akron, 52-56. What a shootout between those two. Good job, Washington. So it's Illinois up here. I'm surprised they didn't jump over Akron too, though. Oh, well. And everyone else with 3 and 4 losses. Now, first, I just kind of want to flip through season stats real quick. So, Roach still didn't hit 3,000 yards passing. Although, if you add on the yards that Hubbard had, that probably would have been his. That would have bolstered him for sure. 33 touchdowns, 10 picks. Hey, again, for me, that is a great ratio. That's a great ratio for me. Rushing, he did have 1,000 yards, 17 touchdowns. Davis had 574, but 12 touchdowns. Hubbard got him with a couple, too. No receiver with 1,000 yards. Davis led the team, but Watkins, he was right there, man. He was right there. Yeah, I'm going to give Davis... Well, we'll see how it goes. Let's see if... I doubt Watkins is going to get the 7 in the offseason, but maybe. Hubbard had a pretty good year, too. I forget how many points he's going to lose going over to wide receiver, but hopefully not very many. Bozeman led with 62 tackles. Pretty good there out of the true freshman. Harrison and King both with double-digit TFLs. 5 sacks for Harrison leading the team. King tied for second with Dickerson with 3. So not a lot of pressure on that quarterback. And we only had 6 interceptions on the season, which is honestly not that bad considering the sliders and how my seasons usually go. But now, obviously, it's the Relegation League, so we're going to see who's getting promoted, who's getting relegated, and all that other kind of fun stuff. Starting with our conference, obviously, we won the whole thing. We're going to be protected next year, finishing on top. Our rivals in Temple, though, they're going back down. 3-way tie here at 2-7, but apparently they lost out on the tiebreaker, so they gone. Coastal, we saw Virginia in the championship game, so obviously they're sticking around. They're getting protected. And Marshall finishing down at the bottom. They were protected, though. So East Carolina, who actually had the worst record, they just happened to beat Marshall as their only win. But that still wasn't enough. They're going back down to the American. Replacing them, we got Navy and presumably their triple option, yay, and Rutgers finally got it done. They were ranked in like the top 5 at one point and then dropped 2 games, so that sucks. Big 12, Baylor, they were the top seed in the conference and they lost. And then down at the bottom, my beloved Mean Green, back down to CUSA. But hey, their overalls are pretty good, actually. I think they've been in Big 12 for a while. Maybe that's why. Nebraska won the whole Big 12, so they're getting protected in the Red River. And Kansas State, goodbye. Conference USA, Houston coming up and ULM coming up. They've been pretty terrible at times. They're coming up. Texas Tech, not quite enough. You lost to ULM. You're staying down here. Oklahoma State, it was not a one-year blip. They're still down here. Big 10 leaders, ignore this. Akron, they didn't win the division. It was Ohio State who won the division, lost in the conference championship. And then down at the bottom, we got Bowling Green, but they're protected, so Ohio, they're going back down to the MAC. Illinois, again, number 4 in the entire country, 13-1 record. Who was their one loss? Ball State. They lost to 2-10 Ball State. Like, bottom of the MAC, I believe, because I've already looked at these standings. Bottom of the MAC, that was their one loss. And they got blown out. So close. We lost to Syracuse. At least they were ranked. So we finished better off than Illinois. And down at the bottom, Northwestern, they're going down to the MAC too. Replacing them, Minnesota, making their way back up to the Big Ten, and Northern Illinois had themselves a pretty good year. They got a 90 overall offense on here. Eventually, because these teams sort of keep bouncing back and forth, they eventually build up good rosters. Eastern Michigan, I have no idea how they finished up here. Purdue, thanks for playing. Yeah, Ball State, 75, 75, 76, took down Illinois. Okay. Pac-12, Washington won the whole damn thing, so obviously they're protected. And down at the bottom, 111 BYU, thanks for playing. Pac-12 West, again, California's up here, but nope, because it was actually USC who won the division. They went to the conference championship. They just happened to lose. Down at the bottom, UNLV, back to Mountain West, 91 overall offense, but that defense is terrible. And then coming up, Hawaii, I swear to God, it's like Hawaii moves up, gets protected, gets relegated, moves up. I've got to check later. I have the standings. I went through and tracked all of the relegations and promotions from every single season of this, and I swear that has to be the pattern for Hawaii. I feel like they're constantly up and down. And in Arizona coming back up to the Mountain West. So that's good to see. UCLA not having a good time down here. And the SEC Bayou, South Alabama on top of the conference. It was like these guys are just beating each other up. Like it's just a giant mess of 5-4, 4-5 conference records. But South Alabama, not only did they win the division, they actually took the whole conference. They upset Georgia Tech in the SEC championship, so good for you. But at the bottom, Mississippi State. Hey, Ole Miss is already down in the Sun Belt. You can go and join them, I guess. And in the Glades, yeah, Georgia Tech lost in that conference championship game. Decent year for them still. They're always contending. Down at the bottom, though, it's Georgia Southern. Well, guess what? They just got here. They're protected. Florida State, for the second time in the series, going down to the Sun Belt and getting relegated. And coming on up, it's USF, and it's Florida Atlantic. And, yeah, Ole Miss. Whew. I mean, that's still a decent enough record, but, yeah, that's not going to get it done. Now, luckily, winning that game, getting up to number 2, we got enough points. We did get another skill point. So I've got a couple extra points for the offseason because we still got those 3 prospects we're going after. But we'll talk about that when we get there. We're going to jump forward a couple weeks and get into the offseason. All right, well, apparently number 2 is good enough. We compiled a 23-4 record in 2 years here, and they're like, hey, would you like a 5-year contract extension? Yes, I would. Coaching carousel. I wonder if we're going to lose any of our coaches. I hope not. Well, actually, I hope so. I want them to do well. Oh. We lost both of our coordinators. But luckily, our defensive coordinator is someone who's really good because he's got 27 skill points. Our offensive coordinator, I don't know who this is. Where'd Ognenovich go? I got to find these guys. So Kelly Powell is the head coach of Hawaii. So they got promoted again. Their coach left, and Kelly Powell's going to be the one to try and keep him in the Pac-12. Okay. And Ognenovich took over for Mississippi State, who just got relegated. Rest in peace, Mike Leach. He retired in the game now, so he's not here anymore either. That's unfortunate, but hey, that's a great job for Ognenovich. All right, so everyone who's leaving is graduating, so that's cool. Oh, my controller's acting up. Dozier's 88 overall. That's going to hurt. Gassette. Ooh. I think I'm going to just make Gassette my offensive coordinator now since I got an opening. I think that's the best way. Henderson will not be missed. King will be missed. Housey was pretty good for us. And Lloyd's gone. Okay, so yeah, definitely. I forgot about that. Garcia. I mean, these guys are making some plays for us. But Jamari Gassette, congratulations, you're our new offensive coordinator. Alrighty, so no one got drafted, obviously. We kind of saw that coming. And no one wanted to transfer in here. So we're just going to go right into recruiting. We got 11,500 points. And I think we just split these kind of evenly. Actually, I think we go heavier... Peoples, we don't necessarily need any of these guys, but I think we gotta. Evans is honestly the lower priority. All right, so I think this is good. 3,000 for Evans, 5,000 for Smith, and then we'll do another 3,500 for Peoples. That should be enough to get us all 3. Because what do we got right now? We got the quarterback wrapped up. We got other athletes. We got a wide receiver. We got 2 strong safeties that we signed. What do we got? 2 linebackers that we signed. Plus, we've got Bozeman, who's a freshman this year. Like, he'll be a sophomore next year. So we're not desperate for a linebacker. We're not desperate for a linebacker. We're not desperate for a safety, although the 2 we got are strong safeties, so maybe they both suck at free safety. I don't know. And the athletes, I mean, we got wide receivers, which is what he would play. So I don't know. I guess the athlete probably more so because we need more of them. I don't know. I think that's good. I mean, this class, we're stacked no matter what. This is just going to be cherry on top. So let's see if this is going to be enough. Yep, that was perfect. We got all 3. Boise State, I'm glad you got yourself a decent quarterback. And that was enough to swing us the #1 class. The #1 overall class. Let's go. We didn't have to offer these guys anything. No one wanted any of them. Oh well, better safe than sorry. Yeah, no one threw even a single point at any of these guys. Cool. Well, I'm glad I didn't overthink it too much. We edged out Notre Dame because we had more 4-stars and we just had more overall prospects. All right. BYU coming off a 111 year finishes the #3 class. Okay. Take that down to the Mountain West, please. How did they get up here? Like, at least we were good. How did BYU get up here? All right, now this next bit will take me a little bit because I got a lot of shuffling that I think I have to do. We're going to jump to position changes, and yeah, I'm going to let you guys know what I do. Alrighty. I think I have this figured out now. I definitely overload on some positions, but I feel like it's going to set me up for the future. So, Roach, obviously, a starting quarterback. I think I'm just going to make him the 99 overall. I feel like, honestly, that's what I should do. What would you be at? Like, he'd be pretty good at some other positions, but I'm going to make him a 99. And this way, if he declares after his junior year, we can let him go. Because Parker is an outstanding secondary option here. 80 overall. He's got 90 speed, 90 excel, 85 throw power, 82 accuracy. So that's workable. Mangum, it's just the #1 quarterback. And like I said, I'm still going to go with the mindset that maybe one day I bring the relegation league back and I'm not going to see the last of this dynasty. And I'm going to get Buffalo set up as much as possible. So I might just redshirt Mangum and have Parker just be working this whole time. And keep one of these other guys on the roster. I think that's what I'm going to do there. Halfback, kind of a similar thinking. Davis is a sophomore. And then Hunter James, JUCO, 78 overall, but he's a junior, so he'll be a good backup this year. Smith, 85 speed, 83 agility, 83 excel is not impressing me. Not what I want out of a halfback. But long-term thinking, we've got him. I'll redshirt him. Maybe eventually he can be something. Because Torres got some speed right here, so that's not terrible. Yeah, wide receiver, we got Watkins. Ingram, one of the incoming guys. 78 overall. I'll take him. You know, he's more the, just the slower kind of DeAndre Hopkins type where just get him the ball. He's probably not going to get any yards after catch, but hopefully he gets those good hands. Hubbard, probably just have him working out of the slot. He'll be better overall than Ingram, but I think just out of the slot, that speed, I think that's perfect for him. And then Mueller, you're not even going to be the 4th option. I might honestly just cut him because I'm going to have to make some cuts, and I got the 76 overall freshman right here. So that might be a wrap on Mueller just because I don't see a reason to keep him unless I want to redshirt Ingram. That's about the only reason. Tight end, it's Moore, it's Edwards. These guys down here, whatever. Another one I'm thinking maybe, do I redshirt Edwards? I was tempted to put him at wide receiver because he'd go up to a 78, and even at fullback, he'd be pretty good. Like fullback, he'd be better than Forwerda. But I think I'd just rather keep him here at tight end. Offensive line, it's an issue. So Kinnery, he was our backup last year. He'll be promoted up because our left tackle from last year is moving over to the right. Owens, he's staying in the same spot. 77, should get some good training results. Center, that's an issue. That's an issue. True freshman playing at right guard, also an issue. But right tackle, yeah, Bridges, I swung him over. He's faster. And considering I scramble out that way, I want this sort of the faster lineman over there. Obviously, they're all slow as crap, but it'll help. Left end, we got White. He'll probably be back up because Harrison's probably going to get those training results to jump him over him. But we've got a good rotation here. This way when my backups come in, I'm confident. Same thing at right end. We got Newberry. Probably be starting as a true freshman. Now, I did have that 73 overall DN who I signed, who was sort of an afterthought. But if you go to D-tackle, Tatum, 79 overall, great. Pitts went up 3 points going to D-tackle. Now, he's undersized for sure. But that's a good one, too. Dickerson, you know, he'll get the training results. He'll at least be our number 2 probably next year. Same thing with Peterson. So Pitts can probably catch a red shirt. I'm still going to manage those. Left outside linebacker, true freshman Smith. He'll probably be back up this year. Townsend will probably... I mean, he's got to get a 1. He'll be above him, so that's fine. Middle linebacker, it'll be Bozeman. He'll still be starting there, but Evans will be his understudy. 83 speed, 91 excel, so he's definitely the quicker option. He's got some years to develop that tackling ability, and we'll be good to go. Right outside linebacker should be Waller starting as a true freshman. Even with Anderson getting any sort of training results, like that'll be 2 freshmen. Cornerback, Shedrick Waller. Yeah, he'll be like our number 4 option, but 94 speed, 90 excel. Say hello to our new kick returner. That's for sure. Yeah, it'll probably be Hughes, Hodges, and Townsend being our top 3 options. Waller right there. Van probably a red shirt. So I guess I'm going to have to go after cornerback. I thought I had more coming in, but I did balance some guys out over to the offense to set myself up for the future. So offensive linemen and cornerbacks, I can manage that. Free safety, we got Peoples. Macklin came over just because I had so many safeties come over. Actually, can any of you guys play safety? So Peoples will be our free safety. Macklin right there. Manning was our starter last year, and he might not make the team now. Little, what do you do as a cornerback? You're a 70, so that's terrible. What about Chavez? You're a 66, even worse. So Little and Chavez, Manning, he might make the roster. The rest of them aren't. Jesus. It's a pretty good class then. And then kicker and punter. Yeah, I guess we have to look for a punter at one point, but I'm not worried about it. All right, so the team's all set. Let's advance. Let's see what the training results are. Like I said, it's probably Watkins for the DGA unless he gets a +7, and I don't see it happening. He got a +5. Roach got a +6. Okay, and Davis got a +6. All right, so actually Watkins get it because Davis almost got the Deshaun Gaddy Award by himself. So Roach up to a 90, his brother up to a 78. He'll be a good third stringer for us. Washington and Williams, thanks for playing. Neither one of them are probably making the roster if I got to make these cuts. Yeah, Dave's a +6. Torres a +6. Towns a +5. Pretty good out of our running back room there. For Ward, I got a +4. Watkins, yeah, the +5, so we'll give him a +7. We'll give him some more speed. That's probably going to be our focus. Hubbard got a +4, which unfortunately means he's still worse than he was as a quarterback. But he gets to be a true wide receiver now, and that's the bigger thing. Mueller, wow, terrible training results, bud. Yeah, you're out of here. Clark getting a +5. Yeah, these guys down here, don't pay them too much mind because I don't know how long they're going to stick around for. Edwards a +5. He's the same as that junior we just brought in. Except he's obviously the better kid. He'll probably be the starter, and I might just put him at tight end number 2. We use 2 tight end sets all the time. It's fine. But it'll definitely be better than Cohen was down here. Hey, +4 for our left tackles. That's respectable. +4 for Owens, even better. He's in the 80s. +6, +7 for our 2 offensive linemen. I'm going to go ahead and start Dunn because he's a freshman coming off a red shirt. And Godfrey does not. So Godfrey, you can just sort of be our swing tackle, offensive lineman, whatever. Bass got a +5. Not enough to overtake the true freshman coming in. Bridges a +3. Not the best, but I'll make it work. Harrison a +5, 81 overall. Yeah, it's starting to come together. Fields, yeah, these guys, again, don't pay them too much mind. Dickerson a +5, so he'll be our D-tackle. He'll still be number 2. He's a senior, so I don't really care too much. Townsend a +4, yeah, easily he'll be the starter still. Bozeman a +5. Sweet. I love when I get these players where they might get drafted at one point and I don't ever have to redshirt them. Anderson a +5. That's not bad for my backup. That's not bad. Hughes a +5. Hod is a +5. Towns at a +5. So, yeah, they're all going to be better than Shedrick Waller. But that's all right. He'll have more time to focus on his kick returns. Walker got himself a +6 just to still be only the second best free safety on the team. Manning a +5. I mean, technically he'd be starting, but I'm not going to do that. Well, maybe I don't know. I'll figure it out. Take advantage of him, do some redshirting. You know, that kind of usual stuff. Anderson a +5, so our kicker is even better. Our puncher got pretty good, but we're still going to try and replace him next year. All right, now for cuts. All right, 14 players got to get cut. You guys already have an idea of who's going to be. There's going to be no surprises here. It's going to be a lot of these. You know, I think I got like, how many strong safeties are on this team? Yeah, I got 6 strong safeties. So there's where 3 of the cuts are going to come from right here. So you already know where it's going. So I'll meet you guys in the preseason. Alrighty, after all that, here in the preseason, I went through, reset my coaching skill trees. So everyone is up to snuff. Apparently, our offensive coordinator was decent. I guess he was just already an offensive coordinator, so that's why it said he had 0 points. I thought it reset every time you switched jobs. I guess not. I did go through, made Ross Roach a 99 overall, because, hey, this will probably never happen again. Sure, might as well. We're going out with a bang here. And then Watkins kept the Deshaun Gaddy award. So I just bumped up his speed and excel, both up to 95 each. That got him up to a 95 overall. So that is perfect. And hopefully that'll be enough to get him drafted. I don't know, but hopefully. And the rest of the roster, yeah, you know, everyone's just sort of young and we're working on it. That's all. I'm going to touch the recruiting board later on. I'm not going to bother with it right now. I'd rather just go through, because I think actually I'm already going to change this schedule up real quick. But first, red shirts. It's not, I try not to go too crazy. So Mangum, again, I've just got 4 quarterbacks on a roster. He can catch a red shirt, because I'd rather have Roach than him anyways for now. Halfback, same thing. Smith down here, long-term option. All right, so wide receivers, I kept Mueller on the roster, but he's actually 6 on the depth chart. Coleman, he's going to catch a red shirt, and we'll need him in the future. So Watkins will be a number 1. We're actually going to have Ingram as our number 2, and Hubbard is number 3. Again, I want that speed out of my slot receiver. Mueller is going to be number 6, because Moore and Edwards are going to be 4 and 5 for us. Edwards will be our starting tight end, but Moore actually has incredible spec catch, so he's going out here probably for like 4 verts and stuff like that. And, you know, if you got a 4th wide receiver on the field, you're going to want someone who's going to be able to catch the ball, so he's definitely got that spec catch. That's sort of the plan. And then Cohen, who was getting some catches for us last year, is our number 4 tight end now, so he probably won't see the field much. Offensive line, there's nothing really to report there. Defensive line, Daniels, I gave a red shirt. He's there, just long-term. I don't want to have to scramble and find backup. Same thing, Pitts, he got that +3 moving over to D-tackle, but then I'll give him a red shirt, give him another year, because he's going to be our number 3 anyways. I guess I'll just live without the depth for the season. Left outside linebacker. My left outside doesn't play a lot anyways. I'm usually running 2 linebackers, so I definitely don't need a second one. Smith can catch a red shirt. Same thing, Evans. Hall's not that much worse. He's slower a little bit, but yeah, Evans, again, we'll just set up this team long-term. It's good practice for me to keep practicing it long-term. Who knows how it's going to go. Cornerbacks, these 2 down at the bottom because they're not going to see the field anyway, so might as well. Free safety, Macklin, yeah, sure. And strong safety, Chavez. I don't need 4 safeties who are close to the same overall. I might as well keep one of them for a little bit longer if I can. And the schedule, so I'm going to change this real quick. It's going to be the same thing, just moved up a week. So we're going to have 2 straight buys to start off the season, just so I can get to low lock and do all that other stuff and set up recruiting at my own time. But we'll be at Akron to open up the season. They're number 1. Hopefully they're number 1 by the time we get there. This is not national championship or bust. Remember, we got 5 years. But if we got a number, we got a 99 overall quarterback, we're starting number 24 in the country. So we got to test ourselves early. Then we'll play Temple in our home debut. It's a rivalry game, so we'll be able to hopefully have some recruits wanting to come in and visit. And just put them all in there. Then we'll start our conference, home for Wake Forest, at Virginia Tech. Then at Texas Tech. Do I want to play them? What are my other options to play right there? Do I want a rematch with Cal? Let's go back to the Orange Bowl. Well, you know, Hard Rock, but we'll play at Miami. Sure, they might be ranked by then. They'll probably choke. Who knows? Back in, we'll be at Navy. Crap. Home for Penn State, at Maryland, home for Pitt, at NC State. Then we'll finish off home for North Carolina because I swapped them with Old Dominion, so it'd make our conference a little bit tougher, and then finish out once again against Syracuse, but we're home this time, and hopefully it goes better. And other than that, yeah, that'll wrap this one up. I think this season will go well. Again, I don't know if we just went so far above expectations where it's going to come crashing down and be like a 7-5 kind of season here. Or hopefully with a 99 overall quarterback, we should be able to carry, maybe win a national championship. Maybe we pull off 3 straight here. It could go either way, honestly, but I gotta set up this recruiting board. I need some cornerbacks. I need a punter. I need offensive linemen. And maybe another halfback and a fullback. I don't know. Like, it's sort of bonus pieces at this point. We're not desperate for any of the core positions, really. Just cornerbacks, we're going to need some depth, but we got some top-end talent. We need offensive line real bad, but we got some pieces in place. Shouldn't be too bad. But I'll wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, please be sure to hit like down below. If you want to see more from me, be sure to subscribe. Hit that notification bell to get it delivered directly to your inbox every single time I upload. Any thoughts, suggestions, whatever you may have, leave it all down in the comment section below. Everything you leave down there, I will always respond to, unless you are the trolliest of trolls. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Shane. I'm out.